Hello, today I will be giving my second semester final exam speech on politics and power in America. A nation cannot exist without politics. Politics are a dynamic and ever-changing subject, never one that can be perfected. But how and why have different political and social groups competed for influence over our society and government? And what can we learn from the different parties that came from that? Politics in America started with Britain's colonial rule over the colonies. Britain, however, was not the most liked leader. They were controlling and taxed the colonists heavily. Many Americans wanted freedom from the British, henceforth starting the American Revolution. Two politically driven groups came out of this, the Patriots and the Loyalists. The Loyalists were loyal to the king and still wanted British rule, while the Patriots wanted independence. Through much turmoil and hardships, the Patriots won the war, granting independence to the United States in 1783. This is one example of political groups clashing to influence our society for the better. After the war, the leading politicians of the United States had a big task, making up a constitution for the newly independent America. From this branched two more political groups, the Federalists and the Anti-Federalists. Federalists favored the strong federal government, while Anti-Federalists opposed the strong federal government. Federalists then published a series of 85 articles appearing in the New York City newspapers between October 1787 and October 1788 called the Federalist Papers. This presented reasons for the new Constitution and how it would work. The articles gained heavy support from the public, and sure enough, the Federalists won more support, winning the debate. The Constitution was then approved and adopted by the United States in 1788, and once again, political groups debated to figure out what works best for our future as a country. Now let's talk about the United States presidencies and the different political parties. 5 parties emerged in America: the Federalists, the Democratic Republicans, the Whigs, the Democrats, and the Republicans. The Federalist Party originated in resistance to the Democratic Republican Party in America during President George Washington's first term. The Federalists were known for their support of a strong national government. The party eventually split over negotiations with France and dissipated over time. Despite its dissolution, the party made a lasting impact by laying the foundation of politics in America. To this day, only one Federalist president ever governed America, John Adams. Now let's talk about the Democratic Republicans, or the DRs. The DRs were in favor of a decentralized and limited government. The party was well received by the public, but quickly died out with only 4 presidents with this title. Now for the Whig Party. The Whigs were in opposition to President Andrew Jackson. They were also a short-lived party with only 4 Whig presidents. Last but not least, the Democrats and the Republicans, the parties that remain today. However, they were very different back then. Democrats opposed civil and political rights for African Americans, while Republicans fought to protect their rights after the Civil War. From all these different political parties, stances, and social groups who have competed for influence over our government, we can learn just how ever-changing the government can be. Nothing ever stays the same, and no political group is right for every situation. And as time goes on, we learn from the political trials that failed and gain insight on the ones that work well.